Just a brief insight into the forthcoming Essential Skills for Business seminar and some takeaway tips. Now, you can be the best at what you do working for someone else. So for example, you could be a personal trainer working for a gym, and you could be the leading personal trainer expert in that gym. You can be a great teacher with all the best results in Ofsted inspections and a great lecturer. You can be a great manager or team leader for an organization and achieve all your KPIs and do really, really well. You'll be very passionate about and knowledgeable of what you do and excellent as a therapist, as a coach, and you decide to follow your passion and set up on your own. And setting up on your own brings new challenges. In my experience, setting up on your own requires some knowledge across a broad range of areas, but also understanding and developing a business model. Now, people who do what we do, for example, coaches, therapists, deliver workshops, trainers, we love what we do generally so much, we don't always put a value on things, and we don't always take in consideration running a business is crucial. So when you're running a business, there's important things to do. So for example, you've got marketing, you've got accounts, you've got tax, you've got all these things that are fundamental, and on top of that you've got no sick pay, you've got no holiday pay, and you can gross a lot and you can gross really, really well, but the old saying is gross is vanity and net is sanity. So you have a really good month and it's hard to budget. So all these things are important, and I do my best to sort of put my spin on it during the seminars. But some sort of key takeaways I'll sort of share with you this morning, which are quite useful, I think, is some key points. Is know your worth, know your value. It's hard to quantify the value of what you do if you're a coach for someone who you help get a job or change their career and do really well. It's hard to quantify as a personal trainer the value on what you give someone who gets in their best shape ever. It's hard to quantify when you deliver a course to someone and they do it and it helps them to get a new job. So it's hard to sort of quantify that. So know your worth is key. Be assertive. Make sure that you're assertive to chase up invoices. You know, cash flow is king. It's really important. The money's coming in. Also following up leads. Be assertive and, you know, get on the phone and speak to people irrespective of whatever status they hold in the world of corporation or sport or whatever. You know, really get in there. And I think what's really important too is sort of phasing into it too. Sometimes people tell you, motivational speakers will tell you, jump right in, follow your passion and so on and so forth. If it was just a case of following your passion, then the general person on the street would just decide one day, I'll do this and, you know, I'll do that and whatever. And it takes hard work and dedication for the most part. So for me, it's having some sort of plan, but phasing into it's quite useful. What I mean by phasing into it, if you've got an income coming in and you depend on that income to pay the bills and to live a lifestyle, then it will make sense maybe to do it part-time, what you intend to do full-time, or maybe reduce your hours at work, or maybe do it in a way where you can phase in. I'm not suggesting implying what you should and shouldn't do. That's entirely your call. But I know from previous experience of people I work with, it puts people under a degree of pressure to just go in there. And when you're under a lot of pressure, you're not going to do your best work. So for me, it's extend the comfort zone, not necessarily sink or swim. Extend the comfort zone and also focus on what you're really good at. You know, focus on one area. And the analogy is that, okay, let's say there were 10 chickens out here and we tried to chase them all. We'd probably end up with none of them in the end. If there's one we focused on, not advising you chase chickens, by the way, but the point being is that, okay, we can focus on one area and extend the radar. So for me, it's been about extending the radar. I focused on one area. Then I sort of learn more skills, go to uni again, go to college again, learn courses again, and just extend the radar over time, and, you know, gradually extend the radar and learn new things. That's really important to do that, and also be willing to delegate. Sometimes, you know what, delegating someone to do your accounts, delegating someone to do your website, delegating someone to do your marketing, and it might cost a little bit of money, and sometimes we can't afford that money, but the time you free yourself up to do other things that you do enjoy doing, you probably make the money back and some. Or ultimately, if you're sort of struggling for finances, sometimes do a skill swap. So I'll do this for you, I'll do a session for you, a personal training session for you, a coaching session for you, if you can do a web page for me, and so on and so forth. There's another way around it too. So there's sort of some key tips I'd like to share with you that are going to be focused more predominantly in the actual seminar itself. So I look forward to seeing you then. Live with passion. Boom!